Hi, it's me, Lisa Marie. Welcome to week 4. That's right, we are in week 4 of our adventure, Regain Control of Regain. And I know there's a lot that we've been doing, there's a lot that we've been going through. How are you doing? How are you doing keeping up with each task that we've been doing each week? We're doing something called habit stacking. And Brandon Bouchard, I just forgot his name. Great book and an easy way to show us how to actually create good habits. And by doing one and getting it kind of set and under our belt, and then stacking another one on. That's kind of what I've been trying to do to help me through this. And it came to my attention that even though we're tracking everything and we're writing all of our stuff down, and now, how are you? Are you picking a thing to actually track, be it sugars, proteins, fibers, carbs, whatever it is that you're wanting to stay within the guidelines of? How's it going? Hopefully you're not hating me yet. I've said, dang that Lisa Marie, a few times to my own self because, I know it needs to be done because I've done it, but then I get weird and don't want to do it. So you're not alone. I do it to myself too. But this week is super important. I really wanted to talk to you about self-care. Now, self-care actually involves doing activities that benefit your physical and emotional health, right? And these activities can involve physical movement, relaxation, talking, taking out time for fun, so many things. Hygiene, there's just a lot of things. And self-care actually helps us cope better with a range of everything. Things that are out of our control, circumstances that we might be in, things that come our way, what have you. Things that would normally cause us stress and anxiety and maybe depression, maybe even other mental issues or problems. When we give ourselves some type of self-care, we allow ourselves to be important. What? Lisa Marie, what? I get it. You are important. You really are. God created you, and He made you to be the person you are. So you are valued and you are loved. And know that I'm praying for you. I am praying for everyone in the group and on the YouTube that's made comments or messaged me privately. I and my husband personally, we are praying for you. So know that you matter. You matter, and you are enough. Just how you are, right how you are, where you are right now. Do you want to be healthier? Do you want to be a better you? Of course. We all do. But right now, where you are, you don't have to get better. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to do anything. You are loved and accepted right now, right where you are, who you are. Okay? You really are. But I want you to know that you are, both in your mind and your heart and your soul. So in order to do that, self-care, I just want to show you, it kind of describes some different activities that support these things for us, that will allow us to have a pause, have a break, have a change in scenery, have a change in a mental shift, or mindfulness, when we want to be more mindful of different things. And so while naturally we gravitate towards certain self-care practices, it's important to know that there are a variety of activities out there. And by all means, all you have to do is Google self-care ideas and then click on images, and all kinds of ideas will come up. I have my own that I'm getting ready to share with you, but depending on your mood and depending on where you are, might and the occasion, it might kind of change what you want to do. I suggest anything that you feel is a good self care, mind check, body check, pull away, change, whatever. Make a list. Start making a list and leave a couple of blank pages after it, okay? Because pretty soon you're going to get a nice big list. Like me. It's over 100. I have over 100 ideas of what to do when I just need to do something for me. And it isn't always necessarily when I feel like eating and I'm not hungry, but that usually is what kind of triggers it. But just when I have a few moments to do something nice for myself and I can't think of something right out of the top of my head, way back at the beginning of my journey, I got a cookie jar because we had cookies in the cookie jar. And I went to that cookie jar a lot, mindlessly and mindfully. And I thought, well, that's such a habit of going to that jar, opening the lid, and just reaching in and picking something out. I wanted to break that habit, but while it was still a habit, I wanted to change what was in the container. So I typed up a whole bunch of things that I felt were self care, things I could do in the moment different than just eating. And I'll give you a few because I think it's fun. But then I have progressed to, in the fall and winter, I have this cute little basket that is a pumpkin. And I just filled it up with a whole bunch of different ideas. Whoops. And Todd and I both use this when we are, I don't know where, oh, here it is. Like one just fell out. I don't know where it went. Todd and I both use it because we both feel that we both need something to give ourselves care. And we don't always like spending money on ourselves. We'll spend it on somebody else, but we don't do it for ourselves. And a lot of these don't even require money at all. But I thought I would share a few because it's important to know that you can do something for a few minutes or it can be long, like spending time in nature. And I know it depends on the time of year and where you live, but even when I was back in Maine and it was really cold outside, there was something kind of cool about bundling all up and getting all those gazillions of layers and my nice electric hand warmers and all my stuff. But then going outside and feeling the cool cold that takes your breath away and just looking at the trees and being outside to smell the air and see the houses all covered with snow, or maybe it was the sun kind of beating down and giving its warmth. There were great things in doing that. There's great things in all over America, all over the world. When you go outside, you can see a lot of God's beauty. He created all of this for us to enjoy because we're here and we should enjoy things. How about one of the things in here is practice gratitude by listing 5 things that you're grateful for. Todd and I have something called a thankful journal, and things I'm thankful for right there. It started from Oprah Winfrey when she had the Oprah show, and she would say she would write down 3 things. So every night before you go to sleep, write down 3 things that you're thankful for. Well, sometimes we have more. So I didn't put a limit on it for myself anymore. But maybe if you need help with it and you can't really think of things, start with the alphabet and A, B, C, D, E. Think of something that starts with an A that you're grateful for and thankful for. Me, air, that I can breathe and that I can breathe. And it's not a struggle. It's not hard. B, oh, I am very grateful for my bottle of water that is insulated, and I love it. And of course, when you get to some letters, you have to be creative. You know, like xylophone starts with an X, but I use it as a Z because it sounds like a Z. How about get a massage? All of us have a town near us that has a place that gives, they call them reflexology massages. And what that is, it's usually $20, $15, maybe 30, but it's the place, their established pattern of what they're going to massage and how they're going to massage it. You don't get to say, oh, my back hurts, can you just work on my upper shoulders? It's what they have in store for you. And then, of course, there's Massage Envy and other massage places. Chiropractors have masseuses usually. You can schedule appointments with them, and they will focus on what you ask them to. But it costs about $65 to $100 for an hour instead of something a little more budget friendly. But there's even ideas when you're, thank you to one of my friends, Miss Elsa. She has a routine that she does at night when after she's put her face cream on. She has a little jade face roller. It's a very neat thing in the Asian cultures. They use this all the time, but it's nice and cool. Ooh, that was very cold. It's nice and cool, but it's just something you can kind of roll up your face, and it's being gentle. And there's all kinds of them, and some of them have like these little grooves and ridges, so you can kind of get a little bit of a different massage there, and it just feels good. It feels good to do that. You can buy the little gloves or the socks that show where to press for reflexology, because that is a really thing, and it is really amazing when you can do that. It's amazing. Another thing, take a bath, take a shower. Doesn't matter what time of day. You can go take a bath or a shower. This is a good one. Repeat an affirmation like, you are enough. But say it out loud. Remember, get it out of your head, get it out loud. You are enough. And repeat it, and repeat it, and repeat it. You may not believe it, but it's true. But just repeat some kind of positive affirmations. Maybe make a collage of pictures and photos and stuff. Maybe of things that are non-scale victories. I have a client who did that down her hallway. Her and her husband are in a journey together. He's not doing it with surgical intervention, and she is. But they decided to make like lists and use some pictures. And they just go to the Dollar Tree and got some little cheap frames. But every time they hit certain milestones to them, like being able to bend over and tie your shoes, or picking your leg up to your lap to tie your shoe, and you don't have to be a contortionist to do it, things like that. And every time they go down the hallway, not every time, she said, but most of the time, every time they go down the hallway, they try and glance at something and pick one, and like they're looking on the picture frames, and then they hit one and go, oh yeah, that I can sit down on the floor and get up without assistance. Different things like that. That's a great idea. I love it. Maybe go outside and watch the stars. That's a self-care thing. Or this is really cool. Blow bubbles. Go outside and mindlessly blow bubbles and just look at them and watch them and see what they do. Maybe light a candle. That's if you're not allergic to it. If you're allergic to it, put on a diffuser and do some essential oils. That's my work phone. Ignore it. Sorry, I'm at lunch. Maybe plant a garden. Or if you like gardening and you like pulling weeds, maybe go pull some weeds to kind of give yourself a tactile thing to do to get out of whatever you're doing in the moment. Of course, pray. Praying always works. It's always a good thing to give yourself self-care for that. And did you know the Bible tells us to pray for ourselves and others? What? Right. We are supposed to pray for ourselves. And praying to me basically is just talking to God and saying what's on my mind. He's my papa. I call him papa. And I talk to him like I would my papa if he was here. Sometimes it's reverently, but most of the time it's fatherly. And and that's just what I do all day long. You just do it. Maybe write a letter. Write a letter to a friend or like a real letter. Send a card. Um, and of course, one of the other things that is a good thing to do is get yourself in touch with a support group. And if you're in a moment where you just need help or something, reach out to the support group. Reach out to this group. There are a lot of us involved in here, although it's not super crazy active, so it is kind of small in that respect. But there's somebody there that if you need to reach out, you can. And of course, message me. I can't do it during work hours because I can't use my phone, but I do get breaks and I do have a lunch, and then I try to catch up on things after that. But I know it seems not as much of an important thing, but it is a very important thing for us to have self care. And did you know? I wrote it down here. I don't know where I wrote it, but I self no. Self care is also extremely important if you have others in your household because it will your testimony basically will be your example of what you do and how you do it. Maybe it's drawing something out of here. Maybe you have a household that has things and they want to do something for themselves. Give everybody their own jar or basket. I mean, it can be whatever you want. You can get a box. Don't just get a plain old ugly box, okay? You need something that is pretty and or you like it and it's enticing enough that you want to go to it to give yourself some type of a reward. Men, maybe it's a toolbox, maybe a tackle box. I don't know. Maybe a regular box, but painted or drawn on or papered with wrapping paper. Something just so it's enticing and it's something nice to look at that you can go to. That's all. It just needs to be something that you'll go to and use. So that's it. Week 4. Think of a whole bunch of things. Go online, look, print out some things, cut them up, put them in a basket like this, and have it sitting there ready for yourself. Believe me, it's hard, but it's simple. And you can do it. I did it. You can do it. I believe in you. All right? Have a great rest of your day. Have an amazing week. And important, woo, 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 important. I will probably not be live next Tuesday because my husband and I are going on a cruise out of Florida with a 90s theme. And I don't remember when we're on land or not. So I may or may not be able to go live. So if not, we will catch up the next week, okay? And I will put this list that I have and the information I have, I'll put it in the file in the support group here, the Facebook group. So if you're watching from YouTube, I'm not positive how to attach it. I will try. And if I can't, then join the group and you can get it from the files in there, okay? Please, please, please know that you are loved and you are special and you are valued. Love ya. Talk to you later. Bye.